Airports didn't get busier. They got smarter. And if you're still traveling like it's 5 years ago, the system already knows, and it's charging you for it. Airports didn't become chaotic by accident. They became optimized. Every scan, queue, and fee now reacts to patterns most travelers never notice. If you're moving on instinct instead of strategy, the system quietly treats you as friction and charges you for it. These mistakes don't feel serious in the moment, but they stack up fast and derail trips before boarding even starts. Before we go further, answer this honestly in the comments. What part of airport travel stresses you the most right now? Check-in, security, seats, or baggage? This video shows how the system actually works and how small habit changes flip the advantage back to you. Lesson 7. Check in online the moment it opens. Online check-in is no longer a convenience feature. It is a defensive move in a system designed around probability, not fairness. Airlines oversell flights deliberately using models that predict a certain number of passengers will not show up. When that prediction fails, the system must decide who is expendable. Early online check-in sends a strong signal that you are a committed passenger, not a tentative one. It locks your seat earlier, improves your boarding group, and reduces the odds your seat will be reassigned during aircraft swaps or weight balancing. It also helps protect you during last-minute disruptions when airlines silently reshuffle passengers behind the scenes. People who wait to check in at the airport often discover they have worse seat assignments, lower boarding priority, or are placed on standby without realizing it. Seniors and infrequent travelers are hit hardest because they trust the old idea that showing up early is enough. In modern aviation, digital presence matters more than physical presence. Set a reminder for exactly 24 hours before departure, check in immediately, save a screenshot of your boarding pass, and confirm your seat assignment. This single habit dramatically lowers your risk of being bumped, delayed, or rebooked onto a worse itinerary before the trip even begins. Lesson 6. Stop carrying documents in tiny pouches. Small document pouches feel neat and organized, but real airports are chaotic environments where small items disappear easily. These pouches slide off security belts, get left behind at counters, and are easy for pickpockets to identify because they scream passport and cash inside. They are also handled constantly, increasing the chance of separation during rushed moments. The more often you take something out and put it back, the higher the risk it gets misplaced. The safest place for essential documents is physically attached to your body. A zippered inner jacket pocket, a crossbody worn under clothing, or a slim neck wallet tucked inside a shirt keeps passports and boarding passes secure and invisible. This setup also reduces fumbling at checkpoints, which draws attention and increases stress. True organization is not about how tidy something looks in a bag. It is about how difficult it is to lose under pressure. When your documents never leave your body, your risk of theft, loss, or delay drops dramatically, and your confidence through the airport increases. Lesson 5. Weigh your bags at home. Airline scales do not care how close you are to the weight limit. 1 extra pound is still over the limit, and that single pound can trigger fees that feel punitive and humiliating at the counter. Travelers consistently underestimate how fast weight accumulates. Toiletries are dense, shoes weigh more than expected. Chargers, books, and souvenirs quietly add kilograms. Discovering this at the airport forces you into public repacking, rushed decisions, and sometimes throwing away items you need. A simple digital luggage scale at home removes all uncertainty. Weigh your bag fully packed, then remove 1 or 2 pounds as a safety buffer. This matters even more on international carriers, where carry-on weight limits are enforced strictly and without negotiation. Knowing your bag weight in advance changes your entire travel mindset. You move through the airport calmly instead of bracing for confrontation. This small preparation step saves money, time, and stress, and it is one of the highest value habits any traveler can adopt. Lesson 4. Always check the seat map before booking. Seat numbers are not just labels. They determine comfort, noise levels, storage space, and even temperature. Some seats do not recline due to bulkheads or cabin walls. Others sit next to lavatories, where doors slam, lights flash, and lines form throughout the flight. Some have misaligned windows, broken power outlets, or reduced under-seat space due to electronics boxes. None of this is obvious during booking unless you check the seat map. Seat maps and traveler reviews are widely available and often highlight problem seats clearly. Avoid the last rows when possible, as they are more likely to experience service limitations, noise, and seat restrictions. Window seats often run colder due to insulation gaps, so bring a light layer if you choose one. Spending 2 minutes reviewing a seat map can transform a long flight from tolerable to miserable, or from uncomfortable to genuinely pleasant. This is planning that pays off for hours. Lesson 3. Do not rush the first security line. Most travelers instinctively join the first security checkpoint they see, especially when they feel anxious or rushed. That instinct is exactly why those lines are the longest. Airports often have multiple checkpoints, and some are slightly hidden, farther down the terminal, or poorly signposted. The difference in wait time can be enormous. Pausing for even 30 seconds to scan signage, ask staff, or look at the flow of people can save 20 to 40 minutes. Airport employees and frequent flyers almost never use the first visible line. They know where traffic moves faster. Walking an extra 100 meters can mean the difference between missing a flight and having time to breathe. This strategy is especially valuable during peak hours when stress spreads through crowded queues. Calm movement, observation, and patience beat rushing every single time in an airport environment. Lesson 2. Eat familiar food before flying. Cabin pressure affects digestion more than most people realize. Gas expands, digestion slows, and heavy or unfamiliar foods can cause discomfort quickly once airborne. Spicy meals, greasy food, alcohol, and large portions often lead to bloating, cramps, heartburn, or nausea during long flights. This is not about having a sensitive stomach. It is basic physics and human biology. Eating familiar, simple food before a flight reduces the risk of discomfort when movement is limited and remedies are inconvenient. Hydration also matters. Dehydration worsens digestion and fatigue, while excessive caffeine increases anxiety and dehydration. Choose foods your body already knows how to handle. Save indulgent meals and drinks for after landing when pressure normalizes. Many uncomfortable flights start with a bad food decision hours earlier. Smart eating before flying is one of the easiest ways to improve travel comfort without spending money. Lesson 1. Ask for assistance when you need it. Large airports are physically demanding environments designed for speed, not comfort. Long corridors, standing queues, sudden gate changes, and rushed connections drain energy quickly. If you have limited stamina, joint pain, balance issues, or use a cane at home, assistance is not a luxury or an admission of weakness. It is a right. Wheelchair and mobility assistance services are free and protected, and they often make travel faster, not slower. These services reduce walking distance, speed up security screening, allow pre-boarding, and conserve energy for the actual flight. Many people avoid asking for help due to pride or fear of inconvenience, but the system is built for this. Using assistance protects your health, reduces fall risk, and makes the journey safer and calmer. Request help in advance, use it confidently, and treat your energy like the limited resource it truly is. Here's the part most travelers miss. Airports aren't chaotic, they're predictable. Once you understand the patterns, the stress disappears and the fees stop showing up. The people who struggle aren't unlucky. They're just running on outdated habits in a system that already moved on. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these mistakes do you see people making every single time at the airport? Say it in the comments. That's how I decide what to break down next. And if you want to keep traveling like someone the system doesn't push around, subscribe.